Hi guys, welcome to episode number 7 of Beyond Brains. Today's episode is about the importance of living, and this episode is dedicated to those of you who we see not knowing how to live. And what do we mean by living?
When we say living, we're not just talking about being alive in your ECG, having all the right peaks and troughs. No, that's not what we're talking about.
Right, Mr.
We're talking about actually living. I have to use it, man. That's revision. We're talking about actually living and enjoying life and having a how will I put it? A fun life, a life where you feel satisfied and you feel great, and there's just that that positivity in a sense emanating from you. So, and that's what we're going to cover, the importance of living and how to attain that state where you're actually enjoying life and you're not just surviving in a sense.
Yeah.
So
what's the first step in your opinion to live or to start living? What's step number 1? What do you think?
Good question. I think that the first step, and we bang on about this every single time, the first step is be yourself. You have to be yourself. Don't worry about what people will think. I think for me as well, it's just been for the past 2-3 years that I've only started to be myself more. And I've realized that the more that you be yourself, the more you realize that you have more to offer. Because when, no one can be you but you. And when you be yourself, you're going to be the best at being you. And then you enjoy life more.
Yeah.
Because when you have people who are not themselves, they struggle because they're trying to fit in, they're trying to be like other people. And when you be like other people, you're letting them dictate the rules in their game.
So,
and you don't have the upper hand.
In other words, an important aspect to be alive is to be in control.
Is to be in control. To be in control.
To be in control.
Absolutely.
Another point I was thinking about, following on from your point, is that I think a key point to allow you to enjoy your life is if you do good for others. So
absolutely.
Maybe living for others. You said it to me as well.
Living for others, yeah.
Living for others. So how do you, following on from what you said to me earlier, how do you think people can live for others? So other than helping them?
I think in the sense that when every decision you make, you're always thinking about, before you think about how it affects you, you're thinking about how it affects the other person. Now, sometimes you have to learn, there's going to be times where you just have to say no and you have to put yourself first in certain situations. That's, but they're very rare. But there's most times, if you want to have, a fun life and enjoyable life, you have to learn to put people first. That's the only way
I'm sure we're going to have viewers who are going to say, like, what if I don't like that person? Or what if that person wouldn't do the same thing for me? Or how do you think?
But that's not why we do anything good anyway. If you're doing something to someone because you expect them to do the same thing back to you, you've absolutely got it wrong.
Yeah.
Now, it's alright for you to expect that they do the same thing back to you. It's alright to expect it, but to just do something good to someone because you want them to do something back to you, that defeats the purpose of doing anything good. Okay. So in that sense, just putting people first. Say your friend calls you up. Say you have a bit of work, and maybe it's not so tedious. It's all right. Just learn sometimes. Just put it down for a moment and speak to that friend. If they've got like an issue, say something bad has just happened. Learn to give up your own time and sacrifice for others. Do you have anything to say?
That's a very good point, actually. Giving up your own time to help others, because I'm sure a lot of you have done that, and when you do it, you get this feeling of goodness inside you that you can't put it into words. But when you put the phone down, following on from your example, you just feel, I've done the right thing here. I've done the right thing, and that positive energy allows you to even finish the work you had anyway.
Absolutely.
Because you're happy, you're in a better frame of mind, and you made someone else feel better too, and I don't think there's a better.
A good example, a good example was I think it was last week, wasn't it? Basically, I went to bed early, around about like 8. I think it was like 8 p.m.
You don't have to tell.
About 8 p.m. I'm gonna tell him. I went to bed about 8 p.m. and then because I had only 3 hours sleep the night before, so I went to bed at 8 p.m. the next day and I slept till about 12. Now in between 8 and 12, Zach called me up. He tried to call me, I didn't pick up. And he tried about twice or thrice something. And then his sister Noelle called me as well. When they realised that I didn't pick up, which is quite unusual, he came down. Now I'm lying in my bed, I'm sleeping, and then my phone rings. I'm like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? I pick it up, it's like, Noelle, and she's like, Zach is outside. And he just came all the way from his place to check if I was alright, because it was unusual. Yeah, 5 minutes, that's still a bit of an effort. But he made that effort to come down. That's what I thought, sacrifice it. He made that effort, sacrificed his time and also his energy to come down to check if I was alright. Now, that's the kind of sacrifice that we're talking about. And when you do those kind of things, it makes that person you're doing it to feel good, but at the same time, it makes you feel good. Would you agree?
Yeah. Obviously, the initial feeling was relief. That Mafia haven't cut his head off and mailed it to me.
At least I haven't run off with one of their momiches. Yeah, go on.
But after relief, I saw that you were happy and you were grateful to see that I was there, and to see you in that frame of mind made me feel
absolutely
I did the right thing. So definitely,
absolutely. So living for others, most times someone, I think it was Oprah, someone said something that the most selfish thing you can do is to help people, because you get so much of a I don't know how to put it, of a good feeling for it.
Yeah, do you see? And a lot of people, when they thank me, when I do good things for them, I'm always like, don't thank me, really, don't thank me. But they're like, no, what if we don't thank you for this, then when are we ever going to thank you?
Absolutely.
Like, viscerally, inside of me, I'm like, I'm doing this for me.
Exactly. It's that's what I'm saying.
I'm glad I'm helping you, but this is the way I'm feeling good too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's not, and it's a weird thing the way it works. But I promise you, the more you keep on helping people, you find you're not actually losing anything, you're gaining.
Gaining, yeah.
You're gaining a huge lot.
Even if along the way you're going to meet people who you help and they don't return anything, and maybe they leave you and they don't talk to you and that's it. But you shouldn't really think too much about that. You should think in a way that they're missing out on what you have to offer them. You're not missing out on anything.
Exactly.
They never gave you anything, so you're not missing out on anything.
You're not missing out.
Let them go. Simple as that. Now, actually, to follow on to the main point of living, I think a lot of people struggle to live because of love.
When you say love, what do you mean by love?
I'll give you an example.
Give an example.
I'll give you a very basic example. Let's say I like a girl. This girl doesn't like me back. Okay? What I'll be thinking of, I'll be wasting my time thinking, why doesn't she like me? What do I need to do differently for her to like me? Stuff like that, negative feelings. And when I feel that she doesn't like me, I might start to feel, oh my God, I'm lonely, I have no one in my life.
Absolutely.
Well, if that happens to you, stop. Take a deep breath. Think about your friends, the many friends around you, the backbone, your family, always there when you need them. Your life in general, you were living, you were happy before you met that person who doesn't like you back. You were happy. Why should she, in this case, affect how you feel going forward? I think you need to stop, and that's a good example actually of people focusing on the negatives when they have so many positives.
So you're saying appreciate the relationships you already have.
Yes, but not just that. I used relationship there as an example. Appreciate the positive things you have and allow the negative things to make you appreciate the things you have, because truly, if you have no negative aspects to your life, you're not going to know what's good and what's bad.
Absolutely. And that's a good point. And also, because I think that's a good point, this is something so many people struggle with. Say you like someone and, you always thought that person likes you, and then, it kind of gets out of hand, and then you feel like a total waste, no one likes me. One thing I always tell people is take control. You are the master of your ship. No one can determine how you live your life. Now, if you like someone they didn't like you, don't be in denial and get out of it. Keep life moving. There's so many fishes in the ocean for both sides. Being a guy or a girl, whatever. Keep on moving.
But really, look, don't even try. Don't look at, for us, a girl and be like, I have to get her.
Nah, that's just
live your life. Focus on what you targets you set. Focus on if you're in university, on
focus on
university, if
being
you're in
yourself,
work, focus on work,
helping others.
helping, and whatever happens later down the line happens naturally, but don't force
Absolutely,
anything.
because one thing I always say is time waits for no man. Basically, imagine this is you. Time is literally moving through you, and it's not waiting for you. Now, if you keep on staying here, time keeps going, and you're left behind. So you got to catch up and keep going. So I think it's very important. Don't let anything hold you back. Another point is
Now, actually, you said
go on.
people who usually deal with a rejection or people who deal with a breakup, they stand still in time as time goes passing by, right? Surely they have to find a balance. Surely, if they want to move forward, they have to, first of all, focus on their work, but not just work. Surely focus on having fun as well.
Absolutely.
Do you think there should be a balance between that, or do you think they should just focus on work and that's it, or do you think they should have fun more than work, or what do you think needs to happen there for them?
Very good point, and that's gonna key into this, which I'm gonna say as well: enjoying the journey and not just the destination. Now, how can you enjoy the journey? Because so many people worry about the destination. Oh yeah, when I finish medical school, when I finish first year, when I finish second year, and there's always the next thing. They're always thinking about the next thing and forgetting to enjoy life at this moment.
That's it, yeah.
Now, how can you enjoy this moment? The only way we know, and everyone else we know who's successful, how they enjoy the moment is by balancing work and play. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Now, you have to balance it. You can't just be the style person who just works, you never go out. Because if you always just work, then you have nothing to offer other people in terms of fun. And I can tell you, the world is it's a stressful place. And people need, you're more useful to people when you can bring fun into their lives. I'm telling you, you're more useful to people when you can bring fun into their lives. So have that healthy balance.
Yeah, when you said you're more useful to people when you're fun and you're helping them have fun. Some of our viewers might say to you, well, how does that work if you're telling them to balance work and fun? What if to give us fun, they need to focus on fun and lessen the work? I'm sure there are people like that. People who are like, let's go out, screw anatomy.
Yeah.
Let's go out, you're not in the right frame of mind to study, and it's only a colloquium. What do you have to say?
Like we said, in everything in life is moderation. You can't go one way or the other. It has to be in moderation. Say you work on Friday, like for me, for instance, all through the week, from Sunday to Friday, from Sunday to Thursday, I'm working my butt off.
Yeah,
I'm putting in the work, and just grinding. Friday is completely off. Even if I have nothing to do regarding going out or partying, I just stay at home and just
karting.
Yeah, well, Friday that's normal, the karting championships. But every Friday is just absolute, just relax and play for me. Then on Saturday, all the way again, I get in the work, and it's just finding that balance. And also, because for us as well, we get the work in, we come, we do this video, we talk with you guys because we feel like we've got a relationship with you, the viewers. And, it's how we balance work and play as well.
Yeah,
in that
and
sense.
to be honest, what I like about these videos is that it forces us to be productive.
Absolutely.
Because each week we know in advance of the topic we're going to speak about. So we spend our week, as well as studying for what we have during the week, we spend time preparing for this as well.
Absolutely.
Preparing the points we want to talk about, what we feel is relevant to the topic. And I hope we help you. I truly do hope we help you.
I always tell people as well, don't forget to dream. You're only as big as your dreams.
See, now look, I remember as a kid, and I used to hear a lot of people on TV say, follow your dreams, follow this, follow that. And then I'd be like, but those people are rich, it's easy for them to say that now, and blah, blah, blah. How can our viewers think of what you're saying in a different way to what I used to think of it as a kid?
I think the different way you can think about it is...
When we say, follow your dream and blah, 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 how are they going to know, like, we're still in the same
follow your
boat.
dream. I think, and I get your point. Because when people say your dream, they talk about it like as if it's such a clear picture in your head. Like, it's just something that you need to just keep on scrapping for.
Yeah.
But I think the way, when I say follow your dream, it kind of relates back to being yourself. The more you keep on being yourself, the more you find out what your calling is, what you do best, and the best way you can impact society. And that kind of helps you build on your dreams. For instance, for the past couple of years, we've both been ourselves. We keep on, we kept on having discussions. We kept on going karting. Now that informed our dreams to start beyond brains.
Yeah.
That informed our dreams to start beyond brains by being ourselves and having our conversations. By being ourselves and karting, that helped us and informed our dreams to start the kart years, the Sophia Medical University Karting Championships.
We're not just doing it for us. We're doing it to, I think, inspire is too strong a word.
Yeah.
Not inspire, but I don't know.
Just to trigger a fire, to start a fire in you.
Yeah, exactly. Trigger something within you to start following something that you like, something that you wanted to do. We know already we're going to be heavily judged with what we do. But
and we accept
to be honest,
it.
we accept it. We accept that we're going to have good reviews and we're going to have bad reviews. At the end of the day, we know what we're doing is we're doing it for a right cause, for a good reason.
We're not just doing it here because we like being on camera. Definitely not.
As long as we're affecting one person positively,
we're good.
We're good, and we said that at the
good.
very first video.
The very first video. That was always the premise of it's the premise of everything we do.
So if you guys, some of you maybe are into video games and you want to start a video gaming channel,
start something.
Some of you are into tennis, and some of you are into, I don't know,
swimming. If you're into jogging, if you're
dancing,
into cycling, dancing, whatever.
Maybe that's one of his ideas.
I've got a couple moves, but just basically, let's just end on this note. Stop existing and start living. Stop surviving and start thriving.